Good evening, campers. Welcome aboard the Starship Nightwish. I am Commander Exorcist. Welcome to Talk O Tuesday. Finally, I guess you could call that a low-effort logo for my Tuesday Talks. This is my weekly show where I pick an article off of Galnet and talk about what's happening in the greater elite dangerous galaxy, told from kind of a lore perspective, less about the technical gameplay and more about the story, what is happening in our galaxy. And so we've talked about this a little bit. El Presidente made an appearance a few weeks ago, and this has kind of been a thing we've known is coming. Elections are around the corner. And so that means that debates are here. We're seeing political advertisements in stations across the galaxy. And a lot of people are picking sides, and campaigns are out there, and you've got your extra little parties are out there. And but recently there was a debate. And so as with most political movements, especially presidential elections like this, it usually comes down to a couple of figures and two or three, and then you have these massive debates, and over time they get whittled down to usually two different candidates that you get to choose from. But in this case, we have three, and they're just like you, just like me, and that's what they want us to think, and that's what they're here to portray. I haven't read all of this article, but I read part of it in preparation for this video. So we're going to go through this together and experience the complete BS that we can expect from our soon-to-be elected officials. One of these people, barring anything really insane happening, is going to be the president of the Federation. So how crazy is that? We're approaching a time where, it's been Hudson for so long. It's hard to imagine it as anything else. So I wonder what changes are going to come when these guys take over, whoever it is. But we're going to go through this article and see what's going on in the world of the presidential campaign for federal president. The presidential candidates hold live debate. However, so the campaign, the debate was live. It was broadcast. Yours truly, my video recorder didn't work, so the recording I made of the debate, it got scrambled, so I don't have actual video of the debate. However, I do have context. And so I talked to some friends in Akinar, and I had a friend who sent me some screenshots. So I actually have legit screenshots, and we're going to combine that with the text as we go along for each one of the debaters, because that's the best I can do. Kind of a bootleg presidential debate, I guess. But we've got Vice President Jerome Archer, Shadow President Felicia Winters, and entrepreneur Zachary Rackham. Remember, he's just like you. Have exchanged political views in a live debate. The Republican, Liberal, and Independent candidates came close together for an event that was broadcast across all federal media networks. The event provided a platform to outline each candidate's manifestos for voters and engage in discourse on key issues. It's the, I'm for this, he's not for this kind of thing, pretty much just back and forth. We'll see what we get. Maybe we'll get something spicy. The debate began smoothly, but did not continue in that vein, as the three strong personalities clashed just a few questions in. Shortly after the broadcast, ICE channels began circulating a particularly popular segment in response to a question about federal policy on public safety. Jerome Archer says, vigilance will be our watchword, and I am to continue President Hudson's excellent record on security. So we know Jerome is out there for security. Rackham responds with, oh, is that a fact? Lost any megaships lately, Jerome? Ooh, that's rough. That is low. Rackham's going right for the belt, below the belt shot. Archer responds, it's hardly inappropriate for me to comment on an ongoing FIA investigation. That is such a cop-out. That's such a political answer. We do not discuss pending litigation. Although I realize that appropriate may not be part of Mr. Rackham's vocabulary. And another, that's a left hook. Yeah. It's so weird to see these high-level political minds kind of going at each other. They really just want to call each other a bunch of nasty names, but they can't. So this is kind of they practice this stuff. They really do, to kind of rein themselves in. And then Winters interjects, perhaps it is appropriate, Mr. Vice President, when the dedicant situation is a direct result of your party's repressive policies on religious expression. You know what? She has no right to say that. She has no right to say that. She has sat around. She has the ability to talk to Hudson. She should be intervening in some capacity. Yeah, she just wants to sit there and, yeah, I guess my blood boiling with that one. Rackham responds, whoa there, ma'am. Is it any less repressive than all the tax hikes your fanciful friends will bring in? Winters promises more taxes. There's actually people out there that like that idea? I never understood that. Why would you vote for someone who wants to take more of your money? I mean, I like to donate money, but I want to choose. It's really strange. Winters responds, our marginal increases in taxation, mostly aimed at interstellar corporations, will result in significant reinvestments. All right, so, this is an age-old trick that politicians play on people. They say, we're going to raise taxes, but not on you, on the corporations, on the billionaires, the millionaires. We're going to raise taxes on all of them. What people don't realize is that a lot of the products and a lot of the productivity that the middle and the lower class get in these societies comes from those corporations, the billionaires and the millionaires, okay? And so when you raise taxes, you're going to raise the cost of things as a whole. It's a cascading, devastating effect. And so Winters' comment here, well, we're just going to raise taxes on the corporations and, the rich. It doesn't matter. What affects one is going to affect all in some way. And usually when it comes to this kind of stuff, not in a good way. And so Rackham comes back, listen, hear me out. What our people need and what they deserve is to pay zero civil taxes. Hey, you got my vote right there, buddy. Zero. That's right, no tax at all. What's more, I'll make sure that the government co-funds every single business enterprise, large or small. Okay, so poor Zach. He's such a naive person. The federal government is funded by tax money. The federal government itself doesn't generate revenue. And so the way that it works is that the taxes from the federal citizens is put into the treasury and is used to fund the different departments of the bureaucracy that keep things running. And so if you have no taxes, you have no income, you have no fully robust government structure to be able to fund businesses. You don't have any funds to give. Where are you going to get the funding from this stuff? I mean, unless they're going to start opening federal businesses or something and start taking in money, but I think that might be against the Constitution and the law. So that would be an interesting move. But, I mean, it's kind of naive on Zach's part. I mean, but, look at him. And Winters says, and after the economy collapses, how will you achieve that? Hey, she's right with me. I should have read the next line. By selling off the treasure you stole during your pirate days? That'd be cool to have a president who used to be a pirate. I dare him, if he's president, that his key art needs to be wearing one of the old sailing hats and a patch. That should be his official photo. So Rackham says, now that's cold even for you, Miss Winters. Firing off ice rumors is not a good look on an elected official. Zach, we know the truth. We know who you are. We know who you used to be. So, I think that Zachary could actually benefit from kind of leaning into that persona a little bit. Because the whole, I'm a millionaire who has like all these yachts and buildings and cities named after me, but I'm just like you. That doesn't work. Most people see through that. Most people go, that guy is absolutely nothing like me. When you can only count forward to the next meal in terms of your finances and stability, you're not looking at Zachary Rackham and going, yeah, that guy's just like me. Yeah, Zach Rackham doesn't go to bed worrying about where he's going to eat or where he's going to sleep, where he's going to stay the next day and what's going to happen. So he's not exactly like all of us. Anyway, despite impressive viewing figures, many political commentators considered it to be unnecessarily personal and portraying the Federation in a poor light. A second debate is being scheduled, which promises to address these criticisms through close moderation. And I'm not a fan of like close moderation. I like this kind of stuff because in leadership, especially in this kind of environment, you need somebody who's willing to go personal at times, because sometimes personal is the way to get it. If you're functioning in a job, it's easy to kind of compartmentalize yourself and detach your personal feelings from that job and just kind of follow the regulations, follow the instructions. But sometimes you're doing it wrong, or you're creating chaos or potentially being dangerous. And then you need that personal, hey, don't be a jerk, or be smart about this. Don't empty the treasury. That kind of stuff. So I think personal, I'm not a big fan of family attacks. I don't think people should be attacking families. I think that there's kind of a limit to it. It really needs to stay focused on the political topics, the subject matter, but you can go personal. If Zach Rackham or if Felicia Winters has this big idea of taxing major corporations 90%, yeah, that's she failed third grade math or something. Like that would be appropriate, I think. So anyway, presidential candidates. Oh, good Lord. What have we gotten ourselves into? Who knows what the future will bring for us. Hey, everyone, thank you for joining me. Oh, what an adventure it's going to be. These are the disciples. These are the people that keep this channel running and provide financial support. I'm very grateful for all of you. Thank you all to my subscribers. If you like this video, give me a like. If you don't like it, give me a down like. Give me something, or tell me in the comments, who are you voting for? Don't vote for a fool. Vote for El Presidente if you're going to write in an extra ballot. All right? Love you, fool. So, patreon.com/Commander Exorcist if you would like to support. Hey, everybody, Taco Tuesday. Thank you for being a part of my journey and for just hanging out and enjoying the craziness that is the upcoming presidential election in the middle of an existential war. We're facing annihilation at the hands of an alien race, and we're complaining about taxes. That is the human way. I'm Commander Exorcist. Fly safe out there, watch your backs, and I will see you out there. 07, and good night.